Hello and welcome to the NFL if it was swapped. I thought this would be an interesting concept to do. So basically, it's just, as you can tell, the Browns are 16-1. That's already a red flag. But don't worry because this is basically the Browns. I actually think will go 1-16. But we live in an alternate universe where everything is swapped. So now the Browns are suddenly 16-1, and the Jets are 14-3, and the Titans are 13-4, and the Saints are good, and the Giants are good, and so on and so forth. So yeah, we're not going to see any of the boring teams in here that makes the playoffs every year, like the Chiefs or the Bills or anything like that. We're going to have some fun matchups here. So let's get started with Raiders Jaguars. Now I'm just going to swap over and do the teams who I think will actually win because I feel like it would be kind of weird to just be like, oh, okay, I think the Raiders are going to win, so I'm going to take the Jaguars. But going off that, I'm going to take the Raiders. I feel like this can really go 50-50. I'd take the Jaguars if they were at home. And the Jaguars do have more playoff experience, but I feel like the Raiders can be good. They have potential, so I'll take them at home. Titans, Colts. I like the Colts a little bit more than I like the Titans. The Titans are a little bit too much of a question mark for me. Jets, Texans. Although Justin Fields might be able to start if the Jets do make the playoffs, I don't think that they're going to beat the Texans. Cowboys, Seahawks is probably the only playoff matchup I've seen so far that could actually happen in the playoffs. And it's also a fun matchup. Seahawks Cowboys games are always good. I'm going to take Seattle at home, though, the 12th man and everything like that. I can see Dallas winning it, but I like Seattle a little bit more, especially because they're at home. Bears Falcons. Feel like the Bears are kind of improving and the Falcons are kind of not improving. And the Bears are at home, so I'll take the Bears there. Panthers Saints need no explanation. I still think the Saints are the worst team in the league, and the Panthers will probably run away with it. Colts Raiders is interesting. I don't like the Colts QB room though. I'm going to take the Raiders. I like their offense a little bit more. I mean, Jonathan Taylor's still there in Indianapolis, but I like what the Raiders have, and Ashton Jeanty has a possibility to be like the new Bijan Robinson. So then we have Texans and Browns. Browns are really bad. No explanation there. Unless Shador Sanders becomes Michael Vick or something, I don't think the Browns stand a chance. Then we have the Bears and the Seahawks. Interesting matchup. I like the Bears defense a little bit more. I'll take the Bears at home. And then the Giants, much like the Saints, they didn't get the 1 seed for no reason, right? And then we have the Texans and the Raiders. I'll take the Raiders at home. Texans have more playoff experience, much like the Jaguars did, but I just like the Raiders' offense a little bit more. The Texans don't have Stephon Diggs anymore. I mean, they didn't have Stephon Diggs when they made the playoffs 2 years ago, but still, the Raiders are at home. I feel like Pete Carroll can kind of do what he wants there. They have a more well balanced team. The Texans have Joe Mixon, but I think Ashton Jeanty really has some high potential. Then we have Bears Panthers. I'll take the Bears at home. I feel like this is a pretty bad matchup for the Panthers, especially with the Bears being at home. So the Super Bowl would be Bears Raiders. That's definitely an interesting one. Both offenses I think are similar. I'd probably take the Raiders offense over the Bears offense, but it's close. I definitely take the Bears defense over the Raiders defense. Although the Raiders defense does have Max Crosby, but all around, I feel like I would just take the Bears. I'd trust them a little bit more to get it done. But the Raiders do have Max Crosby, but that's kind of all they have. I feel like the Bears have definitely improved this offseason all around. So I'll take the Bears. So there you have it in the upside down world of the